Okay, so basically, I'm at the point now in my progress to making my next item, my next complete item. I haven't made one complete item yet because my eyewear art has a few processes. I haven't added them all up, but there's a few processes. There's processes for everything. So I just wanted to make sure that I make a quality product that's going to last and that I can sell to the public, and the public won't have any issues with it breaking down. So now I'm at the point where I'm thinking, okay, so what can I do to finish my pieces, color my pieces, make them various. I'm not that big on texture, not just yet. That's something I'm going to try at another point. Do you like my hat? This is what I'm doing. I'm wearing hats now, so because I'm too lazy. It's too hot to wear the wig hats, so I'm wearing a hat. So, getting back to what I was saying, though, is that I have fallen in love with a look that, you polyclayers are probably accustomed to it. Okay, Viva Decor's Inka Gold, and I looked at a few tutorials, videos on YouTube, and they go back as old as maybe 7-10 years old. Some of them are 10 years old. There's nothing really very recent, and I thought, you know what, I would really like to use this product, but I gotta take a look at the MSDS datasheet first. Okay, the MSDS datasheet is going to tell me whether or not, with all my alien makeup and allergies and that sort of thing, whether or not I'm going to be able to use this product successfully. Okay, so what I did was I pulled it down. Viva Decor's MSDS data sheets, and I'm just going to go over some of the things I do to highlight whether or not this is something that I'm going to be able to use. So the first thing that I look at is this section here. It's hazardous identifications. Okay, hazardous identifications. So it's classified as non-hazardous in accordance to a regulation that happened in 2008. So that was some years ago. It's 11 years ago. But it does contain some chemicals that they use as preservatives, and they use as some scent, as in like perfume scent in their product, and that's benzothiazolin and mixtures of isothiazolin. Okay, now when I looked up isothiazolin to find out what actually that preservative, what as pertaining to its non-hazardous effects, that it was found frequently in liquid cosmetics. That was the first thing that I found out, and I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. We can put it on our face, right? No, nuh-uh, right? May cause lung and neurotoxicity. Wait, what? It's a lung and neurotoxin. Okay, so I'm hoping they're taking that stuff out of our cosmetics, but also it started to make me think, oh, maybe I can't use this. But I thought, I'm just going to give it a chance. I'm going to continue looking down into the data sheet and see what else I can find. So I read section 4, which was first aid measures, and it basically said that in case of doubt or where systems persist, so I'm saying systems persist, I thought it was non-hazardous. Okay, in case of doubt or when symptoms persist, seek medical advice. Okay, well, that seems, normal. If you're feeling like you're getting sick, go see a doctor about what's happening, because you may be sensitive to this product. But then one of the second point under this category 4, it said most important symptoms and effects, both acute and delayed, may cause sensitization by skin contact. So there's definitely a skin contact sensitization point in there. And then they just basically said, how do you treat it? Well, you treat it symptomatically, right? So just, you got a rash, treat the rash. That's basically what it's saying. So I went down to section 7, handling and storage. Basically it says to make sure that the containers are tightly closed and keep away from extreme colds and heat, between 5 and 25 Celsius. Okay. And I thought, okay, well, that tells me how to store it, but it doesn't tell me much. So I continued down to section 8. Section 8. Exposure controls and personal protection. I thought, okay, here we go. Because I'm looking at these videos on YouTube, and what I'm seeing is these people going in with their fingers, and they're spreading it around, and they're taking the sponge, and their hands are exposed, so I thought, oh, good. I guess it's not that bad. Maybe not that bad. Exposure controls. Avoid contact with eyes and skin. Wash hands before breaks and after work, and when using, do not eat and drink. Okay, that makes sense to me. But avoid contact with eyes. Avoid contact with eyes and skin. Continuing, eye face protection. Tightly sealed safety glasses in the case of splashing. Okay. Hand protection. In case of prolonged or frequently repeated skin contact, suitable protective gloves are recommended. Now here's the thing. If we artists, right, we like a product, we're using it for everything. We're in there, we're spending a whole day doing the whole thing. In case of prolonged or frequent repeated skin contact, suitable protective gloves recommended. Okay? Skin protection. Wear suitable protective clothing. Respiratory protection. In case of inadequate ventilation, so if you're doing it inside, I suppose, wear respiratory protection. Now, first of all, what this is telling me is that me being the alien that I am, I'm going to use my protocols that I use for all my resin stuff. I'm covering my eyes, I'm covering my skin, I'm covering my hands with gloves, and I'm covering my face. So that tells me that. But let's take a look and see what else it has to say under toxicological information. Toxicology information. So under the toxicological information with this non-hazardous, non-toxic product, what it says: irritation and corrosivity may cause eye irritation. Sensitizing effects may cause sensitization by skin contact. That's at least 4, and I've only gone through maybe 3 or 4 headings, sections, but that's at least within that 3 or 4, at least 4 times they're saying it's going to cause sensitization. Okay, I get you. Right? But it has no carcinogenic or mutant type effect for reproduction. So if I have a baby, they're not going to be affected. I'm not having no more babies. My baby's old now. Not happening. Moving along. Now here's something interesting. The ecological information. Okay, ecological information. Toxicity. It has a fish toxicity, and it's toxic to bacteria. I'm not quite sure what that means with the bacteria, but don't introduce it to fish. So I'm assuming it can't go into any sort of water. Well, like natural water, like lakes, or you don't throw this stuff into the lake. Okay. Persistence and degradability. The polymer part of this product, got plastic in it, okay, is poorly biodegradable. So it's got some sort of biodegradable polymer within the actual material. That's interesting to me. That's interesting to me. Moving along. So moving along, that like okay, so how do I, when I have to like ditch it, empty containers and stuff, I'm finished using it, what do I do? So disposable considerations, do not allow to enter into surface water or drains. So that was interesting about the fish and the bacteria. Toxicity. Don't throw it down the drain. Actually, you have to treat it like a hazardous waste product, although it's non-hazardous. You got to treat it like one. Put it in a box. Put it next to the curb in a box that says toxic waste, and or takes it to a toxic waste dump site. If you're trying to get rid of the actual old product, yeah, product you can't use it. Take it to a right. That's what you have to do. You got to take it to a hazardous waste. Sounds like drama to me. This sounds like so much drama. Anyway, contaminated packaging. Wash with plenty of water. Completely empty packages can be recycled. Okay, so if you wash out the plastic containers, it comes in really good with water and loads of water. You can empty these packages and the packaging can be recycled. So far I'm thinking, it's so much drama. I don't know if I want to use this. Maybe I'll just use maybe the pan pastels, because I read the MSDS sheet on them, and it was just basically like nope, none all the way down the page, except that it may contain some mica and some pigments that are basically can be toxic, or at least have sensitization issues, for me anyway. In which case I will use a mask like I continue to do with the pan pastels anyhow. So I kept reading down because I was getting discouraged at this point, but I kept reading down, and it did say that the national regulatory information in this MSDS data sheet was such that it is considered water contaminating class D, which means slightly water contaminating, and may cause allergic hypersensitivity reaction. So, I don't know. Do I use it? I don't think so. I don't think I'm going to use it. I really want to, though. I really want, this product is so beautiful, the way things look. I can't throw away my health for this unless I wear a hazmat suit and do it outside. That's the only way I'm going to be able to use this. But then I started thinking, what about when I sell it? I guess I'm going to have to code it somehow so that I don't want to contaminate any of my customers, any of my clientele. So this is something that I'm struggling with, a beautiful product that looks beautiful that I can't use, that's not that great for the environment, that I don't want my customers to react to. Think I'm gonna have to find something else. Anyway, you guys, if you're looking into new products just like me, please read the MSDS data sheets on the product and stay safe. Happy crafting.